Welcome back to G.A.M.E.R. I'm your host, G.A.M.E.R here, and welcome to Player Way episode. I don't know what episode this is. Not only do I not know what episode this is, but also we've recorded episodes that are just not gonna go up, because I kind of took a unexpected break from pretty much anything to do with like content creation. So we kind of missed a lot. If I uploaded those podcasts, episodes that we recorded, they're so in the past. Everything is completely outdated. We're probably going to talk about a couple of those topics this episode. And, talk about just current things. But anyway, welcome to Player Way. We have a couple things to talk about. And as always, if you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing with your friends. We love video games. We want to share that with the world, regardless of the platforms and genre interests you may have. We play games because we love them, and we want to celebrate that by talking about video games. That's what we're here to do, and that's what we're going to start doing right now. How's it going, Christian, my co-host?
Going good.
We're cooking.
Can't complain, to be honest with you.
You're eating something.
Caught me right when I had a full chicken tender in my mouth, and you were like, "How's it going?" I was like, "Well, okay, I guess it's my turn."
Epic gamer moment. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. With tradition. Christian's been playing Baldur's Gate 3.
This is so true.
Guaranteed.
This is so true.
What have you been playing?
Been playing Baldur's Gate 3. I'm gonna probably start FF7 Rebirth tonight. Probably gonna get that downloaded and such. Also, what else have I been playing? I played a little bit of Lies of P, like I had said earlier before recording. Played a bit of Power World. And
real quick, do you mind if also, like the second half of your Discord never mind, it's gone. The second half of your like Discord name was on the screen for a hot second.
Oh.
But
probably because your mouse was on it.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
We're good now. We're good.
But yeah, no, I played a little bit of that, and then there's this little game I've been playing as well. Not like consistently, but I played like I think 2 hours of it. It's called Assemble with Care. It's pretty good. It's a little game on Steam.
I know you've been playing.
I love that game.
I went to look at what you've been playing on Xbox. Not like weird or stockish at all. But and I saw your achievements, and I was like, what is this game that he's been playing?
It's a pretty good game. It's a pretty good game. I love it, dude. It's so fun. It's so sweet too. It's a very like in your feels kind of game. But it's not like a sad game. It's just like I don't even know how to say it.
It's like one of those like fall no, not Fall Guys. Human Fall Flat type game. Maybe.
No.
Well, I know like it doesn't play that, but I'm talking about like the like mood and like the like like it's just like a random like cute little like do stupid fun little things kind of.
There's like game. Stories. I mean, but it's not like anything in depth. It's a good game though. The voice acting's really good too. I really love the voice acting.
Yeah. Gameplay wise, it's nothing alike.
No, obviously, We'll use a Human Fall Flat. I was like,
just
what?
Like the vibe, the vibe I get from it reminds me of like a Human Fall Flat thing. Just a random,
definitely
feel good kind of game.
It is definitely like if you want to unwind
and waste time,
play this game because and not even waste time because I feel like I do genuinely like enjoy
I didn't
the
mean
game.
Waste.
Like
it's like spend time.
I understand. Spend time. Yeah. Because like after playing Baldur's Gate for like 40 plus hours with a couple of my friends, you know, like we were like, we need a break. Like this weekend has been full of Bald Guy 3. And
that's really why I took like a month break from content creation, because I needed a month break from you saying all you've been playing is Baldur's Gate 3.
Hey, okay, hey. You asked the question. You should know the answer.
It's a great game. I can't say anything.
It's a great game. It's a fantastic game. Oh my gosh. But I'm not gonna meet write it anymore. John, what games have you played
Why
in
would you
our
ask me?
monthish
You know
break?
what my answer is. Baldur's Gate 3. No.
Baldur's Gate 3. No.
No. So I guess I'll go ahead and little update everybody just because obviously this is probably gonna be like the first thing on the channel since the break. End up taking like a month break from any kind of content creation, and not just content creation, but like video games in general. I played Suicide Squad, completed that joint in like one day with my friend Clay Williams. Shout out to him. What a goat. And I'll be honest, I really enjoyed it. The review is gonna be up on the channel this week. I really loved it. Like I'm not gonna lie, I would give it at least a 7 out of 10, but I'm personally thinking about giving it higher. Even after a month after playing it, like, because a lot of games you're like, oh yeah, that was pretty solid. Like in the moment, felt really good, but then like a month later, you're like, yeah, it was okay. But no, I still really enjoyed my time with it. There's big flaws with it, but I don't think it's a bad game by any means. But yeah, after I completed Suicide Squad, I was kind of just like waiting for FF7 Rebirth to come out because there was nothing really in between. There was Mario versus Donkey Kong, but like that's just like a game you play to play. It's not like I don't know. It's not like one of those games where like there's a lot of hype behind it. There's not like, I mean, it's like a remake of a puzzle game. You pretty much get the picture. And by the time Rebirth came out, I was kind of like just so caught up with a lot of things just going on in like my everyday life, job, school, stuff like that. I was really high on WWE at the moment. I still kind of am. So I was really excited for that game to come out, to the point where I kind of just wasn't really in the mood to like play anything or do anything. And so, yeah, I kind of just ended up taking a break, but now I've reached a really good spot where I have a lot more free time. And that I actually started playing a game again today. Today was like my first day actually playing a game other than WWE, and that was FF7 Rebirth. So I'll go ahead and talk about that. We'll kind of jump into like the FF7 Rebirth conversation. We'll kind of do a little segue. But outside of that, yeah, really just FF7 Rebirth and WWE 2K24 have been the only games I've been playing. I have a lot of catching up to do. Not catching up, because really the only things I have to catch up on are review, like doing actual videos, and then Mario versus Donkey Kong. And then FF7 Rebirth are the only games I have to catch up in terms of playing. So
the biggest weekend in gaming of 2024.
Yeah, and then next week is gonna like ruin everybody, which is good for
my
it.
wallet crying,
good for
sobbing right now.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, that's kind of where I've been. But I'm really looking to jump back into everything, getting to play everything. I have not played Helldivers 2 yet. That is something I also want to do.
I want to play it so bad.
Yeah, I have a feeling Michael, Christian, and me are all gonna somehow convince each other to pull the trigger, and then all three of us are gonna get it.
Yeah, we're all gonna be like, all right, let's play, and then we play.
Bad decision.
I'm super excited.
But yeah,
really want to play the game, dude.
But yeah, other than that, let's just go ahead and get talking about the elephant in the room. Biggest game out right now. Highest rated game of the year so far.
Part 2 remastered. Let's go. I
think FF7 is the highest rated game of the year so far. With I think it has a 93 on Metacritic right now, which is
93.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know. That's really good. In case anybody's wondering, I'm pretty sure that's the same score as Ragnarok. I'm pretty sure.
That is insane, actually. I think it's 94.
I think when the score first came out, it was 94, but I think it has since lowered to a 93. Not due to it getting a bad review, just it getting a slightly less amazing review.
It's literally just like a bunch of people, like it's the kind of setting now.
Yeah, pretty much. It like instead of it getting like a 95, 100 score, it got like a 92 score, and so it like brought it down like a little bit. Cause like if I look at it, hang on, let's see. Let me just give me some fact checks real quick. Yeah, it's a 93 now. Based off of 135 reviews. Never mind. It is a 92. So it is a 92. A certified must play on Metacritic based off of 135 reviews, all of them which are in the green, which means there is no mixed reviews, there is no negative reviews. 135 positive reviews saying that this is a game that you need to play. So yeah,
right here.
Game came out the 29th of February, which means this game will not have an anniversary until 2 years, which is wild, because it was like on the leap year day or something like that.
That is really, what, wait,
Yeah.
29th?
Yeah, 29th February. Normally there's 28 days in February, but this year there was...
No, I mean, I thought it came out on the 28th for some reason.
Nope,
I don't know why
29th.
it was... Also, you said an anniversary in 2 years. Dog, a leap year is 4 years.
You're right. That's what I meant.
I know.
That's what I meant. But anyway, let's get talk about it. So, I know you haven't played it yet.
No.
But you plan on it. But like, we're both
Yes.
huge FF7 fans. We both have the remake. Both have the remake in our top 10 of all time.
And we both have played Crisis Core.
Yes, we both have played Crisis Core. We both have.
I've played a bit of the original. I've never finished the original, but I've played a good chunk of the original.
Same exact boat. And then we both love Advent Children. We love Advent Children.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we went and saw Advent Children like right before it came out.
In theaters. Was pretty awesome.
In theaters.
Now, the only difference me and him have right now is that I actually went ahead and finally played a video game for the first time in like a month outside WWE today, and that was FF7 Rebirth. I sank a good like 5 hours into it. Yeah, I mean it's pretty freaking fantastic. I mean, I don't really know what.
I think it's a surprise me.
Yeah, like I don't know what people expect me to say. Like, to my surprise, or like, I really didn't expect. No, it's just exactly what you would expect. It is just phenomenal. I will say so far there hasn't been that like, oh, now this is a sequel type thing, right? Like
they're also 5 hours into
right, but I'm only
game.
5 hours in, and then at the same time, this is like genuinely a part 2 to the remake. Like, this isn't like Final Fantasy 7 2, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a real continuation of the first one, which I shouldn't even say first one, just part 1. Yeah. So to me, it doesn't really need that, like, oh yeah, this is a sequel. There's so much new stuff, even though there's a ton of new stuff. It's just the remake, but bigger and more. That's really all it is. And that's all we kind of need. And that's all I wanted. And yeah, so far it has been delivering. I will say the first 10 minute like opening cutscenes / like little playthrough as a certain character, that was incredible. I did not expect them to open the game like that, and it was just a absolute, like, I got so excited. But then after that, I think the whole opening hour, in my opinion, is kind of, I don't know, it wasn't like really gripping me, but then like you get to the real like juice of the opening mission, and then I was like, yep, I'm hooked. Yep, I'm here.
This is it.
I'm over. Yep, it's time. So I would say, like, I don't know, it's kind of like a great start, but at the same time a really slow start that leads into like just like getting automatically hooked. I don't know, it's kind of like a weird, I had like a lot of emotions going through. It could have also been, though, it was just the first time I've played a single player game since like a while. So it was kind of just like getting back into the groove of things. What better than like a, giant JRPG, but like,
yeah. Honestly.
But now that I'm like 5 hours in, like I'm deep in it. Like I'm locked in, and it is just great. I'm reminded of why it is like the best OST like ever. I'm reminded why the characters are so dang good in this game, and I'm reminded why video games are great again. So, you know,
Every day.
you know, yeah. I'll let you talk. I don't know if you have any like thoughts or whatnot to give on it. I mean, expectations maybe if you want to set some expectations.
So excited. I'm so excited. Because before giving one of our friends like the Crisis Core copy for him to finish, I played a little bit of it again, and then I played a bit of FF7 remake in Intergrade or Intragrade. And I mean, like, I was super hyped. I'm still super hyped after seeing Advent Children. I cannot wait to get this thing actually started because I haven't had a full on game in a while that I've like other than Baldur's Gate, but even then I haven't been playing that alone. I've been playing it with my friend with like a couple of my other friends. So it's been very much a like well, like I haven't fully invested myself into a story. I've been playing a glorified dating sim or a Souls game. Like it's two different, two different games.
You did throw like 8 hours of Tekken into there for a little bit.
I love Tekken, dude. Tekken is awesome.
Great.
Tekken is so good. I genuinely love that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I absolutely adore the world of Final Fantasy VII and just the idea that I get to hop back in and like. I mean, I didn't even play the demo, so I don't know what to expect. Neither. Like at all. Like I don't know what to expect at all. I'm assuming like the gameplay is going to be a bit the same because I've seen obviously the trailers, but
yeah, I mean, gameplay wise, like they added new moves, new animations, stuff like that, but like the format is pretty much completely the same. Yeah, that's pretty much what you gotta know. Although I am reminded how much I'm actually like. I don't love the combat system. Like it's fun. Like it's fun. It's good. It's not like a gameplay system where I'm like, oh yeah, I just absolutely love the gameplay in this game. It's not like one of my favorites personally. But
yeah,
better than FF16. I'll say that it's better than FF16. I'm
really
FF16 is fun, but it's just lacking and it gets really repetitive. Whereas this one, there's so much more in. Like, I'm sorry, if you compare FF16 gameplay to FF7 gameplay, it's almost night and day. There is so much more to FF7 that it makes FF16's gameplay kind of look lazy. Now, I will say FF16 is more like satisfying and it's like flashier. And like there's cooler animations, I would say, but like when it comes to like moves and like move sets, loadouts, parties, when it comes to all that, it wipes the floor. Like there is just so much more. It is such a deeper gameplay system than FF16. Yeah, it's just unreal.
Probably because it's not just another Final Fantasy game. It's like a passion project for half of these people who work on it.
Right. Yeah,
I mean,
literally. Like,
I mean,
the best way I could put it, if you gave FF7's gameplay the controls and feel of FF16, it would be one of the best gameplays easily. But unfortunately, FF16 is so like. It is a great looking bone that is dry. Okay? It is a great looking dry bone, whereas FF7 is like, I don't know. It's like a frozen meaty bone. I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. I hope you all can somewhat understand what I'm trying to say. It's so good, but it's not like the best. But then Final Fantasy 16 is like nowhere near the best, but it's so good. Wait, is that? I give up.
That's one of the analogies I've ever heard, dude. That's one of the analogies.
Oh, I give up. I'm sorry. You know, I'm gonna just cut that whole segment out of the podcast because I just looked like the biggest idiot I've ever seen in my life. I'm definitely not cutting that out. I'm leaving that in. That is gold. All right. Look, bottom line, it's great gameplay. That's really all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
It's just that FF7 goody gameplay. That's what it is.
I've got my controller charging right next to me, and it's raring to play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, the biggest thing that I think is really gonna separate Rebirth from every other game right now, or even just in general, not like right now, but like of all time, is how much stuff there is in the game. Like, because this is like an open world one. Like it's gone open world, and oh my gosh, the amount of side quests, the amount of mini games, the amount of quests, challenges, everything in the game is so abundant, and yet everything actually matters. Like, again, I hate to be comparing it to FF16. It just shames all over FF16 in my opinion. The side quests in FF16 sucked. They just sucked. Almost everybody agrees on this. Like, the side quests just suck in FF16. There's really no reason to do it. You don't get all that great of rewards. Whereas in FF7, it is so rewarding to get because there's just so much to it. It's so deep and rich with like all these different systems and stats and unlockables that like any little thing you do is so rewarding in this game. And there's so much to it. I mean, there is so much. Like, I'm 5 hours in, and I still get tutorial things every, like, 5 minutes. Because there's just so much to it. And, yeah, so I think that's really what's... And I'm only in the second area of the game. I'm only literally in the second area, and I've heard there's, like, tons of areas. God. So, yeah, I can't... I just can't wait to see how much bigger it gets. But from what it is right now, it's just great. It's just great.
Yeah.
But
I'm excited.
Yes, I am very excited. We'll obviously do an update next week when I've played it more. I don't know if I'll finish it by next week just because of how big the game is. Like, I plan on playing it a lot. Like, I want to mainline it just to get it, like, just so I can say I beat the main story, but at the same time, I really want to do all that side quest stuff. But then at the same time, 3 games come out next weekend that if I don't get done with FF7,
one of them's
I'm gonna
the goats.
Yeah, if I don't get done with FF7 by the time those games come out, I'm gonna be so behind. I'm gonna have so much to do. It's gonna be like overwhelming. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to just get done with the main story first and then come back for side quest stuff later, or kind of take my time. I really don't know where I'm at with it right now. We'll just kind of see how much I play throughout the weekend and week. But let's get talking about those 3 games coming out next weekend, because next weekend looks like a weekend of all time. I mean, it.
One of the best weekends of all time.
One of the best weekends of all time.
I genuinely would have so much fun.
Next weekend reminds me of one of my personal favorite weekends of gaming of all time. December 2nd of 2022. Do you remember this weekend?
I thought you were going to say a completely different one.
Right now. I'm pop quizzing you right now.
I thought you were going to say a completely different weekend. I had a different weekend in mind. However,
what weekend were you thinking?
I was thinking Ragnarok weekend, when both Ragnarok and Sonic came out, and so we just chose like, we're gonna play Ragnarok.
Oh yeah,
like,
well, that's an easy choice.
You know, but December 2nd was, what came out December 2nd? What year was this?
2022.
2022.
Same year as Ragnarok. It was 1 month later.
What did come out? What was the weekend?
One of the games got really mixed reception. However, I loved it. One of the games is just a really cool installment in a series. And then one of them was like this completely new thing based off of a licensed IP.
But no, because Callisto, was that Callisto?
That is the game. It was the Callisto weekend. That was
Callisto.
That was the mixed one that I really loved. It gets bodied by Dead Space, but it's still a fun game in my opinion.
Yeah. You said new IP, right?
Yeah, there was, yeah. Well, it's not a new IP, it's a licensed IP, but it's like,
licensed
yeah.
IP.
But like, it's a new, like, yeah. It's new, but it's based off of a license. And then there's one that is like just another installment in a long running series that me and you both found like really cool, actually. Because it has like a really cool art style and everything.
Oh, Need for Speed Unbound.
Yeah. Need for Speed Unbound. And then you're probably not going to guess the other one, Midnight Suns. All came out on the same day.
Oh my gosh, Midnight Suns did come out.
Yeah.
I never played that.
Yeah,
So,
those three came out on the same day, and that was like that was awesome. That was also the day I completed Callisto Protocol in like one sitting, literally one.
Oh
sitting.
yeah, because you spent like 14 hours doing that or something, weren't you?
No, it's only like a 10-hour game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I literally installed it and just sat there for like 10 hours and beat that game.
Understandable.
Yeah, I loved it. Look, I'm gonna just say I loved it. It's a solid like 7.5, 8 out of 10 for me. That's just how it is.
Awesome.
Dead Space is a 10 out of 10 for me, so it kind of craps all over it. But having Dead Space come out a month after Callisto is the most savage play I've ever seen any company do, because it's almost like EA. It's almost like EA was like, we need to remind people why Dead Space is like one of the GOAT horror games of all time. So let's put it a month after our clone comes out, and literally,
dude, it's the fact that Dead Space came out in like one of those months where it's kind of a hit or miss when it comes to those games, because you have games like Elden Ring that came out in January, and
February.
It was like
Elden Ring came out
game of the. Did it come out in February? I thought it came out in January.
Yep, February 25th.
Wow, why am I?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, why do I think it came out January?
But you are on the you do have the right idea. January is a time where a lot of. Is it going to be a hit or is it going to be a miss? Is it going to be successful or is it won't be? Like they kind of released those games, which is why Prince of Persia, in my opinion, was also January, because while Prince of Persia is well known, we haven't had one in forever, and it was a completely new style of Prince of Persia. So who knows? It could have been a hit. Luckily, it was. Also a great game. And so yeah, no, I feel that.
Yeah, but no, it's like that month is like such a like divisive month, because it's the same thing they do with like with movies. Like some movies come out in January because they're like, we don't know if this is gonna do well, but we need to get it out because money.
Yeah.
So we had one of my favorite movies of all time, actually. Like one of my favorite horror movies of all time came out in January. It's really weird, but it's called Underwater. But then there are also movies that I've sat and watched that are like dog, like actual booty cheeks. Like they're horrible. And they came out in January. And the same thing with games. So
yeah.
If you hear dogs, I'm so sorry.
For
some reason my dog's going crazy.
It's all good. But yeah, so next weekend, we'll I think we're gonna go from least exciting to most exciting, which I don't know how I'm gonna decide between.
We should go most exciting.
Most exciting for okay.
Yeah.
Which was
Princess Peach Showtime. I'm so sorry, but that's.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna go there. I knew. Yeah, of course. No, the most exciting one releasing next weekend is Princess Peach Showtime on the Nintendo Switch. Dude, the graphics, the premise of the story,
24 frames a second. Yeah.
The 24 frames per second, which is my favorite number, by the way. So yeah, you already know.
24, yeah.
The amazing depth in side quests and gameplay systems I've seen in that game are just insane. Some of the best
looks pretty good too.
Some of the best customization. I mean, bro, that game looks like it just has it all. I'll be honest with you. And I can't wait for it to be the Elden Ring competitor that we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Because
honestly, Nintendo really is going in a different direction. It's supposed to be a Souls-like Mario game. It's gonna be really weird.
Yeah,
I can't.
I mean, well, you know what's funny? There is a level where like she puts on like this like outfit that kind of reminds me of Bloodborne. Not really, and she has a sword, and you actually can like do like sword attacks and stuff like that, which is kind of funny.
Like actually,
it actually does.
Cool.
I'm not. It's not. It doesn't look like a Bloodborne outfit, but like it's like that. Like
it gives that
like
vibe.
Renaissance-y jacket kind of leather jacket, like a hat with like a feather on it kind of thing. Like it's kind of like one of those. And yeah, she gets like a fencing sword and can like do like rolls. Like she literally can like roll and like attack and stuff. And I'm like,
that's dope.
Yeah,
that's actually
awesome.
pretty cool. I might actually pick this up at some point.
All jokes aside, I am actually kind of excited for this Princess Peach game because I think it looks very creative and I think it looks kind of interesting. Basically,
just from what you've told me, I'm excited.
Well, yeah, I mean, basically, though the premise of the game is you play as Princess Peach, obviously, but every mission in the game takes place in a completely different like movie, right? So Princess Peach is basically the main actor in like all these different movies, which is why it's called Princess Peach Showtime. Like a theater. It's like a theater act. It's like a theater act. So, and she's like the main Broadway actress in all these different shows. And each mission is based on a different show. So one of them is based on like a baking show. One of them is based on like a sword fighting show. One of them is based on a investigation show, detective show. And so every mission, she gets these like power-ups. She gets like these power-ups, puts on these different outfits, and it's a completely different gameplay style for all these shows. So, for instance, the investigation show, she puts on a detective outfit. She gets like a magnifying glass, and it's like a puzzle game. You have to walk around and solve all these clues and do all that. For the sword fighting one, she puts on the outfit. She gets a sword, and you can fight monsters and stuff like that. For the cooking one, it's like a cooking game. So it's like all these different games combined into one, given that like Mario flavor. You play as Princess Peach, which is a completely unique thing. Like we haven't seen that. Oh, we've only seen it once, and it was like mid the one time we got it. So to me personally, like while it's not huge and it's not like blockbustery and it's not like, you know, one of the games of all time, which it might be, it's really creative. I like what they're going for, and I personally am really excited. I think it could be a really just fun game. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really curious how it's gonna land because it, like I said, it just looks so different. I don't really know what to expect. But yeah, it's an interesting premise. I'll say that much.
All right. Yeah, no, I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah. Like if you look at the cover art, like there's like 5 different Princess Peaches on the cover art, like that all have different outfits and like a different theme around it.
I love women.
So I don't. Okay. I don't know how big the game is going to be. No, so the thing is, it's a $60 game, but there is 2 things to it. Number one, it's Nintendo, so why is that a surprise? And number 2, there have been, you know, other Nintendo games that haven't been 60 though. So the question is it actually a $60 game, or is this just Nintendo making a $60 game? So, you know, it's kind of, I don't know. Who knows? So I'd be really interested to see how big the game is, how long it is. I hope it's really not just like a cash grab. Like I really hope it's not. Part of me thinks it is just because, I don't know, like it's Princess Peach, you know? But I don't know. I like to think with the cool idea they have and everything that this is actually going to be a really cool game. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Do you have any thoughts on that game before we move on?
I wasn't gonna buy it. Now I might.
Well, you could borrow my copy after I play it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If I like it, I definitely might get it for my sister because she has my old Nintendo Switch. So.
Well, that's what I was telling Jordan at GameStop this past, like literally a couple of days ago, because I walked in and he was like, "Yeah, apparently Mario vs. Donkey Kong, Nintendo said that it did not meet their expectations, like sales wise or whatnot." Which I'm not completely shocked by that, but at the same time, that is kind of shocking just because it is Nintendo. So
it's a Mario game,
right? But he told me that apparently they're heavily investing in this Princess Peach game, and I was like, well, if you think about it, it kind of makes sense because right now in my GameStop, in the mall GameStop, they have a giant 4-piece poster of Princess Peach up there. And I'm like, think about it. If a little girl walks in here and sees that, instantly gonna want it. Like, instantly gonna want it. So, like, because there's not many of those games where a little girl's gonna walk in and be like, yeah, I instantly want that, right?
Yeah,
but,
my
like,
sister.
No, go ahead.
Gamer for real.
Gamer for real.
Gamer. She asked for a Nintendo Switch and she asked for a bunch of Mario games, which like I was like, wow, that's awesome. So I gave her my old Switch and I bought her some Mario games. And that's kind of what I'm going off of right now. I mean, if it's engaging in any way, shape, or form, she's gonna love it because I mean she loves Mario Kart and the I got her Mario Odyssey. And then I'm gonna get her Wonder, so because I personally won't play it, but she will. But yeah, no, it's going to be, I definitely do think Princess Peach is gonna be like one of those games where it's like, hey, maybe this is a way to widen the demographic of Nintendo. What?
It's gonna be slept on, low key.
I hope not, man. I hope younger kids get a hold of this, because I don't really, in all honesty, there are not like a lot of kid games anymore. Like they're not like a lot of games that I feel like kids can pick up and do because like, or pick up and play. Because you have like Pokemon.
Yeah.
But like, and Mario and Sonic, but we haven't had a good Sonic game in ages.
Dude, I'm looking at this right now. I'm looking at pictures of the game. There's a lot of cool costumes and stuff. Like,
yeah,
I'm seeing a cowgirl. I'm seeing like a space Peach. I'm seeing a kung fu Peach. I'm seeing a mermaid Peach. Bro, I'm seeing a lot of different things.
If I get Nintendo's version of Sifu, I'm playing it.
Dude, literally, this is gonna be Nintendo's competitor to everything. It's like, oh, you have this, we have Princess Peach, baby. Oh, you have this, bro. We got Princess Peach. What up?
I'm gonna get a poster. I'm gonna get a poster for Princess Peach Showtime.
Dude, for real.
It's gonna go right up there, right over there next to
I'm gonna laugh if this game is actually a certified banger, and it is just like.
Yeah, I genuinely might have to play it like full on. This seems.
If Princess Peach Showtime scores higher than Dragon's Dogma and Rise of the Ronin, we live in a simulation. Okay, it's just
and I'm fine with it. I'll live with that.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
I'll make Princess Peach my entire personality afterwards.
Dude, I love it.
I love it. I'll get rid of my Dungeons and Dragons stuff. I'll get rid of Bulbasaur. I'll have Princess Peach blanket, posters. I'll have like Princess Peach brand.
After having this conversation, I'm not gonna lie, because I was gonna say that I'm buying the other 2 games next Friday, but I was gonna wait on Princess Peach just because of budgeting issues. But after this conversation, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can, dude.
I don't know.
I don't know, bro. I really want it.
Maybe.
I really want it. Like,
I might.
I have to look at the
pictures. I mean, dude, I know I'm excited for it. It's gonna be. I definitely hope there's a lot more kid games that coming out here at some point. Like, because I don't know if you remember, but like, do you remember a bunch of those like 3DS games that were just like pretty?
Can you see that? That's Princess Peach with a sword.
I do see that. Yeah,
that's Princess Peach with a sword.
She's a musketeer.
Yeah.
That's her. Right. But yeah, no, I don't know if there's like a bunch of games that I remember playing as a kid that were like kid accessible games that just aren't really there anymore. Or there's not a lot of games that can do that. Like, I specifically remember the Captain America 2D or DS game. I played that. It was such a weird core memory, but I played the heck out of that.
Like the MCU tie-in one, kind of like the
the movie tie-in ones.
The first
those movie tie-in games.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I used to play the crap out of those games on my like DS and stuff, and then I played like Mario Kart, like that stuff. Like I played that all the time, but it's just there's not really a lot of that like anymore, and I really hope Princess Peach can kind of like break that mold maybe a little bit,
Yeah. To me, this is gonna be like, because one of my favorite Switch games, I think, is one of the most slept on Switch games, is Yoshi's Crafted World. It's like a really kid friendly game. Like it's just like it's just a creative, like the entire world's based off of like cardboard, wool, glue, like arts and crafts stuff.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember that.
It's just a really kid friendly creative game that's like Yeah, it doesn't have like a amazing story or like super deep gameplay, but it's clever enough to enjoy like every mission, and it's fun enough for
Oh
like
yeah.
all ages. So it just ends up being like a really really solid experience like all the way through. I feel like that's kind of going to be this.
Mhm.
It's not going to be like super engaging, but it's going to be interesting and super creative to the point where like every mission keeps you just like having fun all the way through. And so I feel like it's going to be kind of similar to that.
Yeah. Just I have two things now I really want to talk about. Let's get done with this
Okay.
biggest weekend of 2024.
Yeah, so far.
Let's
Who
get done with
knows?
this.
Who knows?
So far.
Um
Yeah, we don't I mean what? We have like the latest release date we have going to is like May, I think. I want to
no,
say.
Black
That's like
Myth
the latest
Wukong is
release date.
August. Black Myth Wukong is August.
August. Yeah, you're right.
And
You're
then
right.
Elden Ring Shadow of the
Um
Erdtree is June
June
June or July.
21st, I
June.
think.
Yeah.
I think it is June
I think you're
21st or
right.
22nd. It's like one of those two. I know because I'm gonna have to drop $40 on that.
Yeah.
Because me and Michael, Michael is buying Final Shape. I'm buying this. So,
Oh, I see.
yeah, we don't split
Yeah.
split
Yeah.
down the middle. We alternate buying stuff. But yeah, no. Next game, I'm very excited for is the
I'll just
one
wait to
that
see which one
I was
say.
playing earlier.
Okay.
Dragon's Dogma 2.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
super excited for that. I'll be honest, I wasn't as thrilled as like you or Isaiah were whenever this trailer
Isaiah's
was first
pre-ordered it
announced.
twice. He has 2 pre-orders.
Mad respect to the man.
Yeah.
I just saw him at work the other day too. I don't know if I told
Really?
you that. Yeah, he
That's cool.
came in for some wood for like his school project. Anyways,
Oh. Yeah, that sounds about right.
but yeah, no, like you guys were like going nuts, and like I was going nuts too because it's a new game. But like you guys were going bonkers, and so I didn't really understand the hype. And then we were talking about it last. Was it last? One of the last episodes.
It was one last podcast. Yeah.
We talked about the. You showed me it was the Titan trailer or something like that. Oh my god, that game looks so fun. I genuinely, the game looks fantastic. I'm super excited. I just sat down and played the character creation like literally while me and John were talking before the call, and it was super fun. There's so much like in-depth stuff you can do. I want to definitely mess with it a bit more, but obviously we had a podcast to record, so I wasn't gonna like sit here and play for an hour and a half just messing around. But yeah, no, it's super fun. Music on the PS5 version goes hard.
We kind of did like sit here for like over an hour just talking as friends, low key.
Yeah, and then I literally was just sitting here doing this half the time.
Yeah.
Playing it. But yeah, no, I'm super excited for that game. I don't know if I don't think that's gonna be the first one I play though. I definitely think the other one is gonna be. But this one will definitely be downloaded in the background because like.
Oh yeah.
I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Because it just looks like a fun game. Like it just looks like a fun game.
I'm not gonna. I hate doing this because I don't know. It's just weird. It could backfire, but it could end up being like just very true. I hate putting like kind of like certain expectations out for a game before it comes out, but like I really hope this is another Alan Wake 2 situation. Where like the first game is just a game I really enjoyed, and it's kind of like one of those games that you never expected to get a sequel, and like it's kind of like one of those cult following things where like after so long we're finally getting one. I really hope it
after like
lives
10 years, right?
Right, yeah. I really hope it lives up to the hype. I hope it lives up to deserving a sequel type thing. That's literally the same exact boat Dragon's Dogma 2's in. It's like a cult following at this point. It's one of Capcom's most underrated IPs. It's been so long that I hope it just blows it out of the water. I hope it's just absolutely incredible. For people who don't know, Alan Wake 2 is now like my 3rd favorite game of all time. And I loved the first one. And yeah, to me it's just like it just took that series to a whole nother level. I hope that's what Dragon's Dogma 2 does as well. But I hate putting that expectation out there just because, like, I don't want to like get the wrong mindset in anybody else's or my own mind. but at the same time, it is just kind of a thought that I've had. Oh my god, like my voice getting weird. But yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2, man. Like Christian was saying, ever since it was announced, me and our other friend Isaiah have just been going absolutely thrilled because we are fans of the original way back when. Like we're not. I wouldn't say I'm a part of that cult following. Like I played it, really enjoyed it, and I kind of like moved on. But like it's like a game that anytime it came up in conversation, I was like, oh yeah, I really like that game. But now that we're actually getting a sequel, it's like holy crap. Like there's actually a sequel to this game, and we're like super duper excited, and it's just everything they've shown has just looked really really good, of really high quality, and from previews from influencers and just testers and stuff, they have said nothing but positive things. So I'm really looking forward to it. I hope it just sticks the landing. And yeah, I Dragon's Dogma 2, man. And here's the other thing, which I'm going to just say it. I almost don't know if this game can be bad because of one sole reason. One sole reason that I almost think it puts it at a guaranteed 8 or better. I'm going to just say it.
What?
It is made by the actual GOAT of video game companies right now. Capcom. Not only are they just the GOAT at producing games right now, they are the GOAT at being like the best company. While every other company is laying off a bunch of their employees, Capcom announced they're raising their starting salaries. And just their salaries in general. They're raising salaries while everyone else is doing layoffs. Like, bro, Capcom, how goated does Capcom have to be? Like, they're insane. They have put out banger after banger after banger, and they're not slowing down. Even after Dragon's Dogma 2, then they have Monster Hunter World 2 coming out next year. I'm sure they have something else coming out. They have Pragmata still cooking, whatever that ends up being. They probably have something else coming out this year. They just announced Akuma for Street Fighter 6, which is really cool. Dude, Capcom.
I saw Maximilian's video.
Yeah, they are unstoppable. They are unstoppable. Capcom, dude,
love
to
see it. To be honest, they deserve it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because Capcom was like in a kind of a dry spell there for a bit.
Yeah, in 2017, 2018, maybe even 2019, they were in a really Capcom was like one of the worst. And then they turned it around. They started like bringing back all their old IP, which was their big issue. Because they made Street Fighter V a PlayStation exclusive, which was a terrible idea. So it kind of like killed the Street Fighter series for a while. And then they like just started doing all these like live service things, all this like garbage. The only good game during like that period of time was like Biohazard, in my opinion. And then 2020 hit. And then they decided, all right, let's bring back Mega Man with Mega Man X. Let's bring back Devil May Cry with Devil May Cry 5 was a huge hit. Then they started doing the Resident Evil remakes, 2 and 3. Those were hits. Resident Evil 8 then came out shortly afterwards. Big hit. Street Fighter 6 was announced. Resident Evil 4 remake was announced. Just all these things kind of kept firing. They announced new IPs such as Pragmata. Then they announced Dragon's Dogma 2. So it was just like they're bringing back all these things and they're doing it in the right way. And all games have actually been really high in quality too. So yeah, they turned that ship around real quick. And hopefully next weekend continues their unstoppable hype train with Dragon's Dogma 2.
That streak.
Oh yeah. I mean, what status above GOATed can they get to if Dragon's Dogma 2 is just that game, you know? Like,
honestly, I'll be proud.
For real.
I'll be so happy.
For real.
Cause I'm I've kind of been disappointed with some games recently. Especially like Starfield, with like some of these games where I feel like they're coming from people who I have very high expectations for, and it's just like they don't meet them because for some reason or another they mess up. Like something bad goes wrong, they biff some different aspects, but like Dragon's Dogma 2, I don't know the first game. So like I don't know the way it's gonna play, but I have high expectations because I know Capcom is the GOAT. Not the GOAT, but like is
They're
is
goated. Yeah.
is one of the best, you know, like just from like I don't even know how long this game's probably I don't even know how long this game's been in production. I mean, we don't know that.
I don't know.
Because I mean, we didn't get
What
an
would
announcement
you?
trailer. We got announcement and gameplay trailer. Like
No, that's not
we
true.
saw.
Okay, wait. So
Did we not?
okay. So fun fact: FF7 Rebirth, and the fact that we're getting a part 3 to the FF7 trilogy, and Dragon's Dogma 2 were all announced on the same day.
Really
Yup.
interesting.
It was announced in 2022. 2022. So the way it happened, right?
Was it 22, 20?
It was
2022,
2022 because it was 2022. But the way it happened was there was it was Dragon's Dogma's 10th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had like this special 10th anniversary live stream with the creator of the first one. They did like a whole like 10-minute documentary about how they created the game, all the monsters and whatnot. And at the very end, he unzipped his shirt, and it was a Dragon's Dogma 2 shirt. And he basically announced it is now in development. But we didn't get like any gameplay or anything. It was literally just a shirt and a logo. That was it.
See, it was the trailer that I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Like whenever the announcement trailer. Yeah. Not just like the we've started, but the announcement trailer.
Well, I will say the first time we actually saw the game, it was like a gameplay trailer. Like it was a full-on gameplay trailer.
Insane.
Yeah.
Because that is not seen nowadays.
No,
it's
that is
usually
not
like
normal.
You get a full cinematic trailer, and then like 3 to 10 years later, they're like, "Hey guys, so here's gameplay."
Right. And I mean, it's even better because like all we got was a shirt reveal and a logo. So we're and they said it is now in development, which it wasn't just then now in development, obviously, because that would have been a 2-year release period. That's just not how it works. But we thought, oh, it's ways away. Oh, like, oh, we're gonna have to wait a year. And then we saw a full-on gameplay trailer the next year, and we're like, wait a minute. And then it said 2024 release date. We're like, wait a minute. where did this game come from? Yeah. So now it's here, and I can't wait.
Super excited. Cannot wait for that.
Gonna be good. Third game. Go ahead and let them know.
Dude, Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, the remake. Rise of Ronin, dude. I'm super excited for that game because obviously we both are like, hopefully this is gonna be like what Ghost of Tsushima is, and then we've gotten some gameplay trailers, and it's like looks good.
Well, I think we had this conversation on one of the earlier podcasts. Mm-hmm. That it's kind of a mixture of like a lot of my favorite things put into one. Like it obviously looks like Ghost of Tsushima. It plays like Assassin's Creed and Ghost of Tsushima, but then it also plays like Wo Long Fallen Dynasty and has a lot of that kind of flavor. And I love all three of those things. And so it's kind of like put into one, and I'm really excited for it. It for sure to me looks like Ghost of Tsushima mixed with Wo Long, which makes sense because they're made by the same studio, the Wo Long studio. It's made by the same studio.
Speaking of Wo Long, did you hear that they did a collab with Lasby?
I did. Wild
it's
collab,
actually pretty cool.
But like
cool
it's
stuff.
awesome.
It's cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just get like a couple items from it. It's pretty dope. But continue.
I did hear that. Oh yeah, we also said that some of the traversal reminds me of Just Cause because you have like a grappling hook, and then you can like activate your wings off of the grappling hook and stuff like that. And I'm just like, oh, that's so Just Cause-ish. A lot of explosions and everything. And there's like guns, which is crazy. So yeah.
I mean, it is set during like the same time period in which the American Civil War was going on. So it makes complete sense because it's set in 1863.
Yep.
Which is whenever I mean, obviously one of his main weapons is he's got it, or the main character's main weapon is katana, and then he's got
A
the
musket.
revolver,
It's got
which
a revolver and a musket.
yeah, like two weapons that during that time period had made vast improvements on what had been prior. I don't know if you could tell, but I had to do a research paper on weaponry in this time, so yeah, I know a lot about it.
What a guy.
But no, I wonder if they're gonna base it off any real life ones, but base the guns off any real life models. But yeah, no, like I'm very interested to see like the story because from what I was reading,
what I
they
was
were
just about to
saying
say.
how like the story is like fully realized. Like it is like it's like they've thought of like they not only is the main character's backstory like fully realized, it's it's fully fleshed out. Like there's no gaps that it's not just like we get in this character or whatever. Um, but also I've heard just pretty good things about the story in general.
I
So
was say yeah, the game also got previews recently. I will say from what I've read, they haven't been as glowing as Dragon's Dogma, but I haven't heard anything bad about the game either. I've heard like it's about what you expect like visually from a Team Ninja game, which yeah, older games kind of look the same to be honest with you. I've heard that
they got that style.
I've heard the gameplay is like that satisfying Souls with like the Japanese style. And I've heard like I haven't really heard much of the story. The music's great, so stuff like that. I've heard it's just what you expect from a Team Ninja game, a really just solid game. So yeah, I have faith in that one as well.
Oh yeah, definitely super
and
excited.
it's co-op, which is really cool. I think that's something that's gonna be really interesting to try. Because I know Wolong was co-op, and I thought that was really awesome as well.
Yeah, I never got. I need to finish Wolong too.
Wolong, dude.
Yeah,
I love Wolong.
Yeah, Wolong.
See, Souls games for me, bro. Sekiro.
Sekiro, obviously.
Sekiro. Oh yeah, is my favorite.
Good.
I love Sekiro. Sekiro.
Probably because it's not like any of the other Soulsborne games ever.
Oh yeah, no, it's in a league of its own, Loki. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the hardest. It's in a real league of its own. It is hard.
Dude, if you like how hard Sekiro is, you gotta play Lies of P fully, dude. Because my God, is that game hard?
I have thought about giving it.
I have not got at that angry at a game like just because of how hard it is. Like not like this is dumb, like this is stupid. It shouldn't be happening. It's like no, it is genuinely like multiple attempts I am trying, and it is just like oh my God. And then once you beat it, you're like, I am a parry god. And then you quit the game for 2 months and then pick it back up and you're back at square one. But
yeah,
I haven't got that out of game since For Honor.
Sekiro, Demon Souls, Wolong are my top 3 Souls games.
Demon Souls,
yeah.
Really?
Well, okay, that one's just because that one was my first one. Like that was my introduction.
Because that would have been
that was the day the PS5 came out. It came out the same day as PS5, and I played Miles Morales first, and then I played Demon Souls right after, and I was just blown away. I was like, I know these games are hard, so it wasn't like a huge shock to me, but I was like just so stunned by like how actually kind of satisfying it was, and like how like awesome the visuals were, that I was like, you know what? I'm actually gonna play this game, and I played it, and I loved it, and then I was like, I'm gonna try other Souls games, and then so I went to OG Dark Souls, really like that. And then I went to all the other Souls games, and then I got to Sekiro eventually, and was like, oh yeah, oh yeah, yep, this is it.
See, Elden Ring was my first foray. Elden Ring was my first foray into Souls games, and then like quite literally after that, it's been like one of my favorite game genres of all time. I mean, super fun. Yeah. I mean, obviously, Lies of P, Bloodborne, two of my top 20 games.
Which
if I'm
one?
not mistaken.
Wait, which ones? Which one?
Lies of P and Bloodborne.
Oh yeah, they are.
Two of my favorites. Like, oh my gosh. But yeah, no, and then with Rise of Ronin being in that similar vein, Oh
Yeah,
no,
who
it
knows?
might beat him
Who
out.
knows? Well,
It
who
might
knows?
beat him out.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's my thing. Is like if Wo Long is one of my favorite, and it's just kind of like that Ghost of Tsushima Wo Long, it should hit just the right spot. I mean, it should.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And for how good it looks too, I mean, it should just be great. So I'm really looking forward to that one as well. But all three of those games we just talked about come out on the same day.
The same
what
day.
are you doing to us? What are you doing?
It's
Oh
gonna be
my
insane.
gosh.
My pockets are gonna run dry.
Dude, my
It's gonna be horrible.
My booty's gonna be hurting from sitting in a chair for so long.
Yeah.
Playing those dang games.
What sucks is that I didn't talk to you about this, but that shoe that I really want also drops the day after, so it's gonna be like double whammy for me.
Shoe.
Yeah, shoe. It's a collab. It's a collab shoe, so it's like One Piece and Puma. They're dropping these shoes. They're pretty. One of them's pretty hard, and so I'm gonna go to the mall like that morning and buy it because why not? You know.
I mean,
So,
we talked about it earlier. There's also like a lot of music releasing that day as well, which is pretty cool.
Hosier, man. Hosier's dropping his EP.
Hosier
that
and
we're
Metro
all...
Boomin is dropping an album.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, because it's only gonna be 4 songs from Hosier because they were all they were ones that were supposed to be on the Unreal Unearth
He's the
album.
Take Me to Church guy, right?
Oh God, yeah.
Okay.
He is like I'm actually gonna go see him in May. I'm super excited.
No way.
Yeah.
He's also the Blood Upon the Snow guy.
Blood Upon the Snow. I'm so sad that those are the only 2 songs you really know him from, but like
Look,
he has some amazing stuff.
It's not my genre.
He has some amazing stuff.
It's not my genre.
I understand.
I'm like
understand.
only hip-hop
I get it.
now,
I know. I know you're a hip hop guy. I'm a Hosier girly. I understand. Like, I understand.
Love it.
But yeah. So no, I'm very excited for March 22nd.
Yes, sir. Okay, so what was the 2 things you wanted to talk about that you were like?
The announcement of the next Pokemon Legends game.
Oh my God! I completely forgot about this.
Z&A.
Oh, see, this is what happens whenever you go out of commission for a month. Okay, I heard about it and I was like going crazy whenever I heard about it. But like, yeah, I kind of completely.
I heard that from TikTok. I'm so mad that I did not hear about it before.
Now that you just reminded me, okay, yeah, I absolutely want to talk about this. Holy moly!
Because like, so we're returning to
Kalos.
We're returning to Tylo. Yeah.
Elephant in the room.
Insane.
Elephant in the room. They're bringing Megas back, bro. They're doing it.
I mean,
it's confirmed.
Yeah.
I mean, oh,
like, it's
prayers answered.
Finally, dude.
Prayers
literally answered. Megas are like one of my favorite things ever in a Pokemon. I remember how insane I went whenever I first played. Sorry, I had like dust or something.
You're kidding.
That or was a spider. But yeah, no, Megas whenever I first played Pokemon Y, because Y is superior.
Yep.
Y is superior.
I agree with this. I agree.
But whenever the first time I ever Mega Evolved was with Lucario. Oh my God, core memory right there. Like that was so cool, so fucking cool.
I'm gonna say whoa. I'm gonna say right now.
No,
I'm gonna say right now.
Cool.
I want to know who the 3 starters are gonna be because you know dang well they're gonna get Mega Evolutions, and I want to know
if one of them is not Froakie, I am going to lose my marbles.
Froakie,
because Mega Greninja.
Isn't Froakie already Gen 6?
He never got a Mega.
No shot.
The Gen 6 starters did not get Megas. It was Gen 1. The Gen 1 starters were the ones that got the Megas. Mega Charizard X and Y.
Bro, my mind is flabbergasted right now. Are you
so yeah, Froakie,
you're so right.
Froakie,
oh my God, because Chestnut never.
Yeah. No, Chestnut is awesome.
Oh,
but,
I don't think they're gonna do.
Greninja.
I don't think they're gonna be. I think Froakie and them will be in the game, but
like
I don't think they're gonna be the starters though, because
because
Legends Arceus
I just want one of them.
Didn't have the Gen 4 starters.
I know.
As starters, they had them in the game, but not as starters.
I want Mega Froakie though, man. I want Mega Greninja. That'd be awesome.
Let's go. If we could pick the 3 starters.
The 3 starters?
What
pick
would
the 3 starters.
All right, for me, water, Totodile, Mega Feraligatr would be so hard.
Cool. Yeah,
that would be hard. Okay.
Mega Feraligatr would be awesome.
Yeah, Totodile's
I agree with that.
My water pick for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we already got Oshawott. He'd be another good one, but
Oshawott would have been my first if it weren't for Froakie. If like Froakie was, an option, it would have been like Oshawott. The fact that it's Hisuian, Hisuian Samurott is like my favorite of the forms.
Oh yeah.
Like
actually, I really like the Decidueye. Actually, I really like
Typhlosion. Cyndaquil is my man. I love Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil is my favorite Gen 2 starter.
Yep. Well, mine's Totodile, but yeah.
I did not like what they did with Typhlosion in that game.
Me neither. I thought it was
really
good.
I genuinely don't like it. But yeah, no. For water.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. For me, it's like my only option is Totodile. It's just easily the one I want. I mean, wait, what's Gen 3? Mudkip could be pretty cool too.
Mudkip could do Piplup.
Oh, please no.
I want to see.
Please.
I want to see them redeem themselves for Empoleon. I want to see them redeem themselves.
I'll be honest, I'll cry if it's Piplup for the wrong reasons.
I love Empoleon's design. I hate the fact that he's a water steel type because that's such a dumb combo.
It is. Okay, that is outside.
It makes you weak to fire.
Yeah.
Makes you weak to fire as a water type. That's so dumb. You understand that?
Dumb. It is
like
so dumb.
That is such a dumb move.
Well, doesn't he turn ice steel?
No, it's water steel.
Oh, okay. Because I don't know why, but I thought he had like.
No, he has ice type moves, but he's water steel.
Right.
Okay. So but Piplup.
I mean, who are the other options? Who are the other options for water? Poplio, no.
I like Poplio a little bit. Nobody
needs to see a Mega Prismarine. Is that even her name?
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know.
No one needs to see that. The new one, freaking Sobble is garbage.
I do think Totodile has to be the go. Like Totodile has. I mean, we got a Gen. Okay, so we got Gen 2 in the first Legends game. We had Gen 2, Gen 5, and Gen 7. Gen 7.
Yeah.
So,
wait, who was 7?
Totodile.
Water. Who was 7's water?
7's water? Poplio.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're so right.
Because
so
Gen 8 was...
8 was Sobble.
Gen 8 was Sobble.
9, which is Scarlet... What if they put a Scarlet... Oh, I hope they don't do a Scarlet and Violet one.
I hope they don't.
Because that would be Quackity, which... no, that'd be a mid
Quackity
Mega.
Was goated.
Well, no, yeah, he's fine, but like, I don't really need to see a Mega of him. I don't need to see a Mega.
No. I
do think Totodile's for sure. Like,
it has to be Totodile.
Yeah,
like,
I think so too.
It has to be Totodile. For fire.
Now, okay, I think I've heard everyone.
I can do Chimchar. I can go for Chimchar.
Oh, that would be cool.
A Mega Infernape would be so cool.
That's a good pick. I like that one. I
love
like
Infernape, man.
That might be that might be the one I end up rolling with. I think another one that could be kind of cool is Tepig.
If they can redeem themselves from Emboar, man,
just because, that's the thing is, I would love to see just how much bigger they can make Emboar than he already is. Dude's massive.
Yeah, because you have and plus Gen 3 starter, you wouldn't want to do Gen 3 anyways because they all have Megas.
Right.
Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, gave them all Megas.
Is Litten Gen 7?
Litten is Gen 7, and he turned into an Incineroar.
Okay. That's the one that's the one that I've seen most people say they want because they want to see a Mega Incineroar, which I get cool. That. I've never really been the biggest Litten fan or whatnot, but
because we almost had a cool
why they want them.
We almost had a cool tiger Pokemon almost. And then he turned into a wrestler. Like, I hate that. I hate that so much.
Yeah.
But no, I think Infernape is definitely like the way to go for me. Like, I just think Infernape, Chimchar, that whole line would be so cool.
I agree for sure with that.
Now grass.
I already know which one I want for grass. Give me Turtwig, dude. I will cry if it's Mega Torterra. Come on now, that would be, dude.
Watch them just do all Gen 4 starters.
Put freaking Mount Everest on Torterra's back, dude. That would be amazing. A volcano on his back or something like. I don't even know. That would be. Dude.
See, my goat already got a Mega Evolution, so you know, Mr. Bulbasaur back there.
Oh yeah, Bulbasaur. Let's see, but like outside Turtwig, just because it's Gen 4, I feel like it's more unlikely than others, just because he was in Legends Arceus, but not like a starter. But I think because they're gonna have to do one newer one, kind of like they did Rowlet, right? How Rowlet's kind of like a newer-ish. They're gonna have to do one newer one. If they had to do it, I want Grookey. Because a Mega Rillaboom would be sick.
Mega Rillaboom would be hard, yeah.
Hashtag Grookey game.
I'm hoping, man.
If you say who I think, I'm gonna walk away right now. The worst grass starter.
Chikorita, obviously. Come on.
Okay, I thought you were being serious. Okay, thank God. Chikorita is the worst grass starter of all time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Michael. I know you love Chikorita.
Yeah, Michael was a big fan of Meganium, yeah. But no, if I'm okay, I understand they don't want to do starters from like the original game, but like Chespin.
Yeah.
Chespin would be such a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a good one. I think Chespin would be awesome.
I agree.
And I think that kind of like rounds out the like, I want to say
Trico. Like, I feel like Trico's probably the most likely one.
Trico already got a Mega though.
Oh, you're so right. Wait, so we have to think ones that have already gotten Megas. Hold on, wait a minute.
So Gen 1 and Gen 3 are out.
Yeah, that's so true. Oh,
Gen 1 and Gen 3 are out. That's why I didn't choose any Gen 3 because Mudkip, Blaziken, and
think about that. Wow.
Yeah, Mudkip, Torchic, and Trico all got.
That is a really
all got
good
Megas.
Point. That's a really good point. Who's the Gen 5 grass? Oh, Snivy. That could kind of be interesting.
I could definitely run with the Snivy.
Yeah, that could kind of be interesting.
I think Snivy wouldn't be too bad. When do we get to revisit Unova? Because I want a Unova.
Oh, that's for sure next. Like whether it's a remake or a Legends game, I think Unova's next for sure.
I really want a Unova game because like I think Unova and Sinnoh are tied for me when it comes to like the most, or Unova, Sinnoh, and Johto are like. Actually, in all honesty, all the original games are pretty like chock full of like good Pokemon.
I'll be honest,
story and stuff.
1 through 6 are just elite, in my opinion.
Yeah,
1 through 6 is just awesome.
And like, I really do feel like after they got rid of Mega Evolution, it was kind of like downward from there. Yeah, because like even the Pokemon design like went downward because like I don't really like a lot of the only Alolan form that I liked was Alolan Ninetales because I liked the idea it changed to Ice type. But
I like a really random Alolan Golem. I don't know why. He gets those like two like giant electric plugs on it. Yeah, I don't know. I find that really cool.
Because I think Alolan. Oh my gosh, what is it? Alolan Raichu is kind of cool looking, but it's just really weird. It's just really weird. Yeah. Alolan Sandshrew, like the Armadillo dude.
Oh yeah,
he turns to ice as well. Yeah. Pretty cool. Love that. But like, yeah, I mean, I just think Pokemon. All the Pokemon designs have just kind of like been lackluster as of late.
Yeah.
These ever since Gen 6, and even Gen 6 had
Pokemon
like,
has just been. So up and down.
It's been struggling. It's been struggling.
Like I thought Scarlet and Violet was really fun, but there were so many issues with the game itself, like performance
Oh
wise, and
yeah, I beat Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, I mean, like it was a good game.
It was really
I liked
fun.
it,
Yeah,
but
there's just major issues with it.
yeah,
Legends Arceus is also really good,
oh,
but like I feel like they could improve on it a lot, which I hope is what happens here.
Let's hope we get by the time Z&A comes out. Let's hope we get a new console because.
Well, that's what they announced. They said it was early 2024, or no, 2025, early 2025, or they may have said spring 2025, and it was just reported that supposedly the Switch 2 was delayed to early 2025. I guarantee you it is a launch title.
If that's a day one game for that, I'm gonna cry, man.
I almost guarantee you that is a launch title. If it's
like,
not, what a wasted opportunity.
Yeah, because like I love like my
that
OLED,
was a green light. What the heck was that?
My HDMI cord's really weird sometimes.
I was like, what did you just open a Green Lantern ring or something? Like,
yeah, what it was like that? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm super excited for Z&A, man. I think just in general, it's just gonna be a fantastic like exploration into one of my favorite regions because I think Kalos is awesome. I love Kalos, man.
I agree.
I hope they don't do what they did with. I hope they like make up for the fact that we were supposed to. Did you know we were supposed to get a Z game for Kalos? We were supposed to get a third game.
Oh yeah. Because it was supposed to be Zygarde. Yeah,
Zygarde, and so they just plopped him back into a Alola, because they had like a bunch of the stuff already made.
Yeah.
But genuinely, I really hope they make up for it, man. I'm super excited to see what all this is about. Cool. We only got like a little bit of like the story details, and even then it's sparse. So I'm honestly just kind of like wait until we get more. But yeah, super excited for that, man.
Yes, I will say my favorite thing that Pokemon has put out, like since a long time. I mean, it's just close to my heart. New Pokemon Snap. I mean, it's so
Pokemon
good.
Snap. No, I understand.
It's so good.
I think Legends has been like that Pokemon game that I really enjoyed because it was really, I think, okay. So hot take. I think the way they limited the Pokemon in that game is way better than what they did in Scarlet and Violet, which was like we're gonna release Pokemon every once in a while, you know, because you know how they do that, like how it's like, oh well, these Pokemon now with this DLC coming out are now in the game, and like all these Pokemon are now in the game. It's like I do not like that. I do not like that. Not you can't 100% the game as soon as you buy it. Like you can't catch them all. Like, you have to wait in DLC and all that. Like, I don't want to do that.
Right.
You know? Having all the Pokemon... Like, that's just not the way Pokemon's supposed to be. I think it's weird that Pokemon have DLC anyways. Like,
I agree.
These new Pokemon games, it's really weird that they have DLC. I have not played any of the Pokemon DLC at all. Because there's no point for me to. I bring back events. Bring back those like go into GameStop and get this code and you'll be able to.
Oh yeah.
You'll be able to.
Well,
like,
they do still have that, but on top of everything already. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I want them like free GameStop events where you could like go in and get a code and then you can go through this little like side quest in Pokemon.
Yeah.
And get a legendary Pokemon or something like oh my gosh, what was it? Dratini, not Dratini.
Oh yeah.
That's the complete wrong Pokemon. Darkrai.
Victini.
Darkrai, Victini. I was thinking of the two.
Dratini and Darkrai. How did you mix those up?
No. Dratini. I was thinking of Darkrai and Victini.
I see what you did there. Okay. We went there, ladies.
Darkrai's event in Pokemon, like Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, along with Victini's event in Black and White 2. Awesome, fantastic. You know, like I love that. That's so fun.
So I'm kind of going back to the whole starter thing. It'd be kind of cool if they made the starters Pokemon that aren't starters.
It'd be cool. It'd be dope. It'd be awesome.
Like
they won't do that.
No, they won't. But like, it'd be cool. Like Because I was
Let's
just
get
I
like
was
a
looking behind me. I got my boy Turtwig and hashtag Grookey Gang up here, and then I was like, hey yo, Gengar. It'd be cool if I could choose like
yeah.
Ghastly as my starter, but yeah, no.
Also, Gengar's got a mega, you know.
Yeah, I know, but it just I don't know. The idea popped in my head.
Yeah. No, it'd be cool. I definitely don't know what Pokemon they do at that point though. Because like the starters are
Well,
designed
it would
differently
have to
than
be
normal
it would have
Pokemon.
to be fan favorites. So like, it would have to be like
Yo,
I don't even know.
yo, give
Yo.
me Poliwag, Mega Poliwrath, my
Dude,
man.
Mega
That is the
Poliwhirl,
goat.
Poliwrath,
Mega
Poliwrath.
Poliwrath, man.
Yeah.
I love Poliwrath. This is one of my
Dude.
favorite Pokemon.
That would be kind of
It's
hype.
Poliwrath, Snorlax, and Bulbasaur are like my favorite Pokemon. I love those three, man.
That'd be great.
But nah, yeah, give me
Did you say Snorlax?
Poliwag. I love Snorlax, dude.
Interesting. I've never heard you say that. Wait.
Wait. Wait.
I love Snorlax, dude.
I love Snorlax. Wait, do I have the beanie in my bag right now?
Uh-oh.
I do.
Snorlax beanie.
Yeah, no, one of the beanies that I wear to work and stuff.
He really does.
It's a Snorlax beanie.
Bro just pulled out a beanie on hot demand. Oh my gosh.
That's right. It's also my gym bag when my gym bag's hanging off my chair.
Oh yeah,
so
bro, always gotta wear the Pokemon merch in the gym. Trying to show you, trying to be the very best, the best there ever was.
I mean, you wear the G.A.M.E.R hat to the gym, so like,
Hey, bro. I mean, trying to be the best there ever was. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
But no, yeah, no, that's yeah. I mean, I wanted to really talk about that because that was like a surprise Pokemon Presents, and it was like almost not announced at all except the day before, and you're like, well, missed that. I still remember that the Pokemon Presents when whenever Scarlet and Violet was revealed, I woke up first and I was like, guys, it's about to start.
Oh my god, dude, that will go down as one of the biggest disappointments in my life, which it's not even due to the game, because I got my hopes up so much. I thought it was Poke Park 3 so bad. I was screaming. I'm like, oh my god, it's Poke Park 3. It's Pikachu. He's running around. And yeah. And then it was
and then it was
and I cried.
It was Scarlet and Violet, yeah.
And then I remember thinking those starters looked ugly as crap, but then they grew on me a little bit, and I was like
a fungus, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
it wasn't wanted at first. Like I still think Torracat is like my favorite. Like
Torracat,
the Torracat. I think it was Torracat. It was the grass Pokemon.
Fuecoco's the goat.
Fuecoco was cool. I wasn't allowed to pick Fuecoco because we all picked different starters, all right?
That is
so
right.
I picked the grass cat.
That is right, we did.
I picked the grass cat.
Yep.
And then I think it was Austin who picked Quackity.
Austin picked Quackity.
Or
whatever his final evolution was. I don't even know.
I don't remember.
All right. What was the other thing you wanted to talk about? What was the second topic?
Battlefront. The collection.
Oh,
the absolute horrible release that has happened.
I haven't
recently.
really kept up. I heard that there are atrocious reviews, but like, yeah.
So it is a complete and utter mess, John. It is horrible.
Yeah.
Like, it was so bad.
That's
like,
what I get for not
genuinely,
doing 3.
I was reading I was reading something about the I was reading an article about it, and one of the they were interviewing one of these longtime modders of the original Battlefront, in Battlefront 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
And he literally said, this is a train wreck. Like, this is horrible. This is like a disaster. But yeah, no, it's been bad. It has been bad. It has been one of the this is a flop. Like, this is, dude, you look it up and it's like mostly negative reviews. Battlefront collection.
I remember I just remember being on Twitter recently, and everyone just talking about how bad it is and all this.
Yeah, because originally it was kind of hyped up because they were gonna add a new mode to or a new like section to the hero battle or whatever it was from the original game. But no, it's not just Switch, but for some reason it reminded me of the Switch. But it released 2 days ago, John.
Mm-hmm.
Overwhelmingly negative reviews on Steam
Yeah.
with 4,696 game or 696 reviews. Overwhelmingly negative. That is do that is such a doesn't work in buggy. Um yeah, it's like it's taking a bath in nostalgia. Um
Yeah,
yeah,
I
like I
mean,
mean like
I don't know. I've never personally been like super excited for like HD releases of like really old games. Like if it's not like a full on remaster or like remake, I don't know. I'm kind of just like, oh, that's cool that we could actually play it again, but like I'm not really like all that interested in playing it per se. But like it's really upsetting to see that you can mess up something so simple as that. Not that I'm saying like it's an easy job to do, but like you could have much harder things to be doing. And you somehow screw that up. Like, I don't know. It's very unfortunate.
mhm. Literally I see a bunch of people saying go buy Helldivers 2 instead of playing this.
Oh yeah.
Like which honestly facts, but like
Helldivers 2. I mean, they just reported they reached 8 million players Helldivers 2.
yeah,
Which is really great. Like big congrats to that
terrible
team.
launch. Developers should be ashamed. How do you screw up a classic collection? Your work is already done for most of it. Get it together.
Yeah.
Refunded.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be honest. There's a review here, and it's obviously somewhat of a joke review, but it says Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection was the most disappointing thing since my son.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my
Oh,
god. Dude.
Jesus.
Okay.
Anyways,
Well. All right. Let's. Okay.
but yeah, no, that was what I wanted. Those are the two things that I remembered I wanted to talk about. Um,
I know there's like one big topic that we're gonna close off because I feel like this is something that we should have discussed a while back that we're not doing podcasting at the moment to talk about. But real quick, on the topic of Helldivers 2 being majorly successful, I'm surprised. Well, I'm surprised I haven't seen more of this conversation around. And I'm not gonna lie, we were two of those people who hated on PlayStation for going the live service route, and yet here they are that just dropped a majorly successful and actually good-looking live service game. So now the question is,
it's not just on PlayStation though.
well, it's PC, but it is published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Otherwise, in other
Yeah.
words, PlayStation. So I, you know, do I still love the live service direction they're taking? No, but at the same time, I can't say they're doing complete stupidity because they were successful. I mean,
So
I can't hate on it.
the way I see it, and the way that my opinion since I saw how good this game was, it works.
Yeah,
The live service direction works for this game
right.
because it is not a multiplayer live service game. It's or not a competitive live service game. It is a PvE live service game
Yep.
that they're constantly updating and adding things to because it's an ongoing war.
Yeah.
It makes the live service aspect for me makes complete sense because it's a game that like honestly deserves it, needs it because in the way the war on automations and the bugs is in the game, the war for democracy, it is a war that is like constantly pushing humans to like their breaking point, and so they have to develop new ways to fight them, and stuff like that. So like a lot of these like additions to the game and like a lot of the live service aspects make sense because it's like I said, an ongoing war. That's like the whole point of the game. It's not something I've ever seen before. Um, like where you all have to collectively join together and fight to like claim back a planet or to claim a sector. Like it is a not real time, but it's dang near it, and it's so cool watching that. It's so cool being a part of it because like on my TikTok, I get these videos where it's like join the fight, we want you, and it's um talking about like how people want Helldivers to come to Xbox because they want they want other people to join in the fight. Like
Yeah.
it is one of my favorite gaming moments ever is just this game dropping.
I definitely want to get it eventually. Like I for sure want to get it eventually.
We both I know in a previous episode said that we did not care for this game.
No, we did not.
Originally did not at all.
Yep.
I literally have the gameplay trailer playing right now on the Steam page. It looks so much fun.
Yeah.
It looks like so much fun. And I didn't know what it was originally. I never looked into it, and that was honestly my bad. But now I'm not sleeping on this game.
Although to be fair, almost everyone slept on it. Like I'm not gonna lie. Almost everyone
like
did.
It's so cool though, man. Like because it's genuinely co-op. Like it's not like we're fighting against other people. It's like
I'm not gonna lie. This is one of those rare times where like critics actually helped this game a lot because nobody was really like excited for the game. They're like PlayStation only people were like, oh yeah, well it's one of our exclusives. Like it's one of big PlayStation's games, so we'll play it. But like outside of that, no one was like, it just looks like a shooter. But then reviews came out and critics were like, yo, it's actually really good. It's actually really fun. And so people started playing it, and then they realized what kind of game it was, and it just spreaded like wildfire.
Yeah, and I mean it's $40. Like
yeah,
it's a $40 game,
right?
And from how good it not only looks but plays, it is a $40 game.
Right. Exactly.
It's a lot of games that have come out recently cannot say that they are fantastic to play and yet are surprisingly affordable compared to other games. Like
Power
it's
Worlds
like
is another good example. Power Worlds is another
30. Yeah, that's $29.99. That's $30 right there.
Yep. Or on Game Pass.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. Yeah, on Steam it's it's $29.99.
Yep.
On Game Pass,
Prince of Persia was
50.
Prince of Persia was 50.
Yeah. Getting a revolution in these gaming prices, and this Helldivers is showing that like you don't need to go expensive.
Well,
to make
especially
up your budget.
because there's the whole drama right now because Spider-Man 2 cost $300+ million to make. Was it really worth that investment when you have games?
I mean, it was a good game, but
like Power Worlds that just had record-setting success and it cost $6.7 million. Like, that's insane. That's insane. Like I'm not saying like PlayStation putting big budgets in game is a bad thing, but $300+ million is too much. I'm sorry. No game should cost that much. Like that's an unhealthy. They basically said that they had to sell 10 million copies in order to make profit. That's just not right. That AAA development should not be headed in a direction like that. Which is why these AA games, Prince of Persia, Helldivers 2, Power Worlds is a single A game. That's an indie game. Like all of those games are low key like doing so well. And yeah, that's what we need to see more of.
So wait. From what I'm reading is Baldur's Gate took about 100 million. That was 100 million budget. 100
and
compared to
that's fine. 100 million. That's like compared to Spider-Man 2.
That's like a movie. That's like a movie.
Right. Like 100 million, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of money. But like that's a AAA budget. Like that is what a AAA budget should be around, and I think it shows. It shows. And the thing is, well, that's also the thing. You have one AAA game that cost $100 million to make, and then another AAA game that cost $300+ million to make. If you ask me which one cost which, I would tell you the opposite, like easily.
Yeah, Spider-Man does not.
Yeah, I mean Spider-Man's great. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not a horrible game by any means. Like it's worse than the first one in my opinion, but it's still a great game. But to put that budget behind that is just ridiculous. Like how much is Spider-Man 3 gonna cost?
$100.
Oh my gosh, dude! Like, yeah, it's not great, but yeah, that's a conversation for a whole another time. We're kind of just getting back into the groove of things. All right, so the big thing I want to talk about is, of course, the thing that we were originally going to talk about, which is why we kind of postponed that 1 week's podcast in the first place, and then we never got around to it. And that is the whole Xbox update information, their whole fiasco. It's kind of over now. The whole fiasco is gone, but I'm going to give my thoughts on a lot of things because there is a lot to talk about.
What I tell you.
Right. Bottom line, everybody just overreacted completely.
That's exactly what happened.
It was literally, like, honestly, I saw so many people saying after the podcast, it's like, so what's changing? So what? Okay. There is one thing that was true that, like, I guess people could have talked about, and it could have been, like, a little topic, but, like, it's not that bad. It's the 4 games that are going multi-platform. And those 4 games being Sea of Thieves and Pentiment are going to all platforms. And then Hi-Fi Rush and Grounded, I believe, are just going to Switch. Or no, are just going to PlayStation. Which, not putting Hi-Fi Rush on Switch is a wild move, in my opinion. I think they are waiting for the Switch 2. I personally, I think they're waiting for the Switch 2. I don't think they're going to release on the current Switch. Same thing with Grounded. But that's pretty much the only, like, bad news. It's not even bad news. I think that's fine. I think that is good news, to be honest with you. But that's the only thing that I think should have at any point been a controversial topic, been like a talking point. Everything else is just Xbox. Like, literally everything else is just Xbox. So I'm gonna go through pretty much all the different type of information that we got out of it. Which is the first one, which I actually think is great news. Xbox confirms Game Pass is now at 34 million subscribers.
Let's go.
That's really good. This is the big one that I really want to talk about. Because to me, I'm surprised not more people are talking about this. Xbox confirmed in words, all 3 of them, Sarah Bond, Phil Spencer, and Matt Booty, all 3 of them confirmed. They said this on the podcast. They plan to release more than 10 games in 2024. And that some will be talked about in June at their June showcase. Huh? What?
10 games.
What? Okay, we knew you guys had a lot of studios and, like, a lot of games now, but, like, what? So, let's go through it real quick. So, the question is, what are they considering releases? I think that's the big thing here. What are they considering releases? Because do they consider Hi-Fi Rush releasing on PS5 a release for them, right? Do they consider that release? Are they considering Diablo 4's big expansion a release? Because to some people, and honestly, at this point, some big expansions like that are kind of considered big releases. I mean, like Phantom Liberty was treated as like almost like a whole game release, to be honest with you, because it was just that.
It was
big.
a whole game release at that point.
Yeah, literally. So I think expansion could technically be considered that, but I think it depends what are they considering releases. But let's take the theoretical approach that we are talking genuine game releases, right? We have Hellblade 2 coming in May.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited for that. We have Avowed. We have Ara History Untold.
Mm-hmm.
We have Indiana Jones. Super excited for that. And we have, there's one more confirmed. What was it? And Avowed. Did I already say
We already
Avowed?
said Avowed.
Wait, what's the? Was it just those four? It was just those four. Tales of Mana or Visions of Mana was the other one that I was thinking of, but that's Square Enix. But we have those 4 games confirmed for 2024. What the heck are these other 6 games you're talking about here? Because I don't even know. Okay, they did say some that are going to be talked about in June. We've seen them announce games and release a game pretty shortly afterwards. We saw it with one specifically that I told you at the beginning of the year would release this year, and my confidence in that has shot way up. Forza Horizon 6 is going to do it. Forza Horizon 6 is going to be here. It has to be. It was announced in June and released in October. Forza Horizon 5 did that. To me, this makes perfect sense. They apparently have 10 games. What the heck are those games? Some are going to be talked about in June. Come on now. It's about time. If I'm right, I'm telling you right now, I called that stuff from a mile away. But outside of Forza Horizon 6, I know we talked about it a little bit. I personally think that South of Midnight game is a little farther ahead than some people say it is, as well as Clockwork Revolution. I think that both of those games are games that I feel like are closer than we may expect. What I'll tell you, it's not Fable. It's not State of Decay. It's
Dog, there's no way we have not heard anything about State of Decay since the Series X dropped.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but if we do not get that in the next like 2 years, I'm gonna be actually like, this game better be beating Last of Us, like, cause I ain't doing this no more.
Yeah, I feel that.
Tired of this, Grandpa.
I do not think it is Perfect Dark. I don't think it's that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious if they're considering Contraband one of their releases, because it is a Xbox Game Studio partnership. And we haven't heard of that game in a while.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is a game you could show in June because it's a co-op game. You know, it's like something that you don't need like a 2-year hype cycle for. You know what I mean? I feel like that is definitely a possibility. I mean, I do feel like we're going to get 1 or 2 small games kind of on the same thing of like Grounded, Hi-Fi Rush, Pentiment, those like very experimental type of smaller games. But to me, I feel like there is one outside of Forza Horizon 6. I feel like there is one big surprise. And to me, I think it's either to me, it comes from specific studios because you have to think what studios are working on what and what their time frames match up to be. To me, there's a couple of options I see here. Number one, which I think is the most likely, id or ID Software with the next Doom game or Quake, whatever they're working on. Now, the thing is, Doom Year Zero was leaked in that FTC court document, and it was originally supposed to come out last year. But as the rest of that document stated, everything got delayed. I could see that. I could see id releasing that quote-unquote Doom Year Zero or Quake, whatever they're working on. I could also see Tango Gameworks. There has been a lot of reports that Tango Gameworks has another big game coming out soon. My bet would be on Evil Within 3. That would be my prediction. I don't know if that's the case. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, just Evil Within 3 is the only thing. I think it's too soon for Ghostwire Tokyo 2. I think it's too soon for
man.
that. But then the other one that I think this is a big possibility. And this is one that I'm going to be so thrilled if this is true. Gear 6. Gear 6. The last Gears was 2019.
Almost 6 years, or
5 years.
About 5 years.
5 years ago. I think it's time. I personally think it's time. I think it's time. Now, if it's not Gear 6, I almost guarantee you that we're at least getting something Gears because it's been too long since Gears has had anything. I think we're getting the Marcus Phoenix collection, if not Gear 6. Kind of like the Master Chief collection, I think we're getting Marcus Phoenix. And I think that they're definitely considering that a release, for sure. Now, Call of Duty, that counts as a release now. So Call of Duty that comes out this year, that's for sure counting as one of their releases, which is, I mean, that's fine. It's a really big release for them. And I actually kind of have faith in this year's Call of Duty, just of all the details we got. Bringing back round-based zombies, bringing back remastered Black Ops maps. A lot of things that just seem right with that game at the moment.
Bring back Hijacked, man. I love Hijacked, that map. The boat map.
Goated map. But yeah, do you have any predictions of like what some of these games, because like I was flabbergasted when I see that 10 games in 20.
Pipe dreams. I got some pipe dreams. Yeah.
Go. Hit them.
You know, it's been a while since we got a Fallout game.
Oh my gosh.
Almost 10 years.
That is a pipe dream. You weren't lying.
Because when did the last
Fallout 5 in 2015, I believe.
Fallout 4.
Fallout 4 in
Get your fact check,
yep. Sorry, I meant 2015 got in my head and I thought 5. Yeah. Sorry.
We have Fallout 76, and yes, they're still working on it. They're still doing stuff for that.
Fallout 70 sucks.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not that bad now. Me and Michael played it for a little while.
Yeah, I heard it's not awful, but it's not great.
It's a multiplayer Fallout game. Like that's as good as you're gonna get. But it's been almost 10 years since the last mainline Fallout game.
I'm telling you right now, Fallout 5's not happening. I'll tell you that right now.
However,
right. Yeah, I know where you're
going.
New
Vegas 2.
Yeah.
New
Vegas 2, or I think a remaster.
Or no, just another Obsidian game. If we get a remaster or like a full-on remake of a Fallout game, I might actually like.
Well,
if they do Fallout New Vegas remake, that'd be awesome.
Well, there's a. I mean, this was even in the FTC court document. Fallout 3 remastered is supposedly in the works. That would be hype. That would be hype.
See, but I do not want it to be a remaster though. I want it to be a full remake.
Yeah.
Because Fallout 3, one of my biggest issues with Fallout 3, and this reason why I don't like it as much as I like New Vegas, is because not even that. I don't like the gameplay as much as I like Fallout 4's. Like Fallout 4's gameplay is jank sometimes, but like Fallout 3 was built in the same engine that Oblivion, Elder Scrolls 4, was built in.
Bethesda loves using the same engine in all their games, and
it was not good.
Well, that's the other game that was in the court document to be remastered, Oblivion. So,
I'm wondering if we're gonna get a Bethesda Classics collection.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
But another pipe dream, obviously going off the Bethesda train. We haven't heard about Elder Scrolls 6 in a while. I understand. I mean, Starfield just came out. I can't be too greedy to be honest with you.
That's definitely not releasing in 2024.
But I'd like some news.
Maybe we could see it. I
doubt
it. Like almost 100%.
Yeah, I doubt it. But
it's possible.
Yeah.
It's a pipe dream. It's one of the pipe dreams of all time, low-key.
Maybe some Halo DLC.
Oh my god, I would.
Halo
Dude,
Infinite DLC.
they teased like it was getting some big expansion, and
Yeah.
we just never got it. Like,
Yeah,
I
they
don't know.
did, and it was like, I mean, like right at the end, it showed that one of the fan favorite characters from Halo Wars, like he died in
Yeah.
like the first like 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Well, he's alive still, and
Mhm.
like that's so cool. Why
Yeah.
haven't we got any more of that recently?
Yeah,
Like
and they
how
showed
like
like a
Halo
whole
Infinite came out a
like
couple.
desert area of the map
Mhm.
too, and it's like, what
Where's that
happened?
at? You know,
What happened? Yeah.
like I like that. That'd be cool. You know, that'd be an awesome thing to have.
I'd
I
be down
think
for that.
definitely bringing Halo back into the limelight whenever with alongside. First off, the fact that they have two top tier shooter games at Xbox is kind of insane to me now because you always like in my head it's always been like Halo and Call of
Xbox
Duty
is
like almost
actually
fighting.
like, I don't think people realize how stupidly kind of like overpowered Xbox's portfolio is now. The only thing is, they for sure, I think people have gotten past they don't have quantity. They have quantity. People have now gotten over
Quality,
that.
you mean?
Now it's the quality that needs to be proven. Because
Yeah, because last thing we had was
technically the last thing we had was Forza Motorsport, which was good.
It was a Forza game.
Yeah, it was a Forza game, but like Starfield, yeah, was like the last really big thing. And
Yeah, Starfield and Redfall have kind of
it's a whole.
like,
They got stuff that was like the complete spectrum. They had a certified banger with Hi-Fi Rush, then they had like a certified trash bag with Redfall, and then they had just a okay game with like Starfield, and then they had a pretty good game with Forza. So it's like they got like a whole they got the whole lineup there. Now we need to have certified banger after certified banger after like pretty good game after certified banger. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of thing we need. And honestly, it could be this year. The 4 games they've confirmed this year look pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty confident Hellblade's going to be one of those certified bangers, and I'm pretty confident Indiana Jones is going to be one of those certified bangers. Avowed, I'm hoping, is a certified banger. Our History Untold, I'm sure, is going to be like a pretty good game. And apparently whatever the other 6 games are, you know.
Another pipe dream when it comes to the game releases. You know, my first Halo game, Halo 3 ODST. I would like something along those lines again. Maybe another Halo Reach would be cool. Something that's like outside, maybe using the same engine as Infinite. But you know, a side story maybe, or maybe even use Infinite as a base
Halo
and just
Infinite ODST.
Yeah, like something like that. Because I really liked ODST. I loved ODST. That was my Halo 3. Like you and Michael played the OG Halo 3. I played ODST Halo 3.
Yeah.
And you know, I really liked that. You know, I like those games. I think if they want to, you know, not get back to basics, but you know, bring out some classics, that'd be cool. You mentioned Quake earlier. Quake would be cool as well. But other than that,
then there's this. We have not opened this part of the which is why I'm telling you, when you really look at Xbox, it is scary how much stuff they now own. What about Activision Blizzard now? Like, obviously we have Call of Duty, but they're not all going to be still making Call of Duty now. And I guarantee you they've had other projects in the works for a couple years now. Now, what's really weird to me, though, which leads us into our next topic, kind of a part of this Xbox segment, is I feel like the one studio that I could almost guarantee was going to release a game this year is no longer part of Xbox. They actually left and went independent, which this one kind of hurts because I loved this studio, and I was really looking forward to see what they do under the Xbox umbrella. But at the same time, I'm really happy for them that they decided that they would go independent. I'm glad Xbox was like not a trash company enough, which they're a great company. I'll be honest with you, they're a pretty solid company, all things considered, compared to a lot of other companies. They did not like they were like, yo, if that is the best thing for your studio, you go ahead and do it. They did say they're going to continue to partner with Xbox, so maybe we could get things like that. Toys for Bob. Toys for Bob is the studio, which is the studio behind the Crash Bandicoot games, the Spyro games, the those games. They have left Xbox, so they're now independent, which I think is great because here's the thing. If they continue to develop Spyro and Crash games, that gives it a much better reason to be multi-platform because I wouldn't want them to necessarily take Spyro or Crash from PlayStation because that's just like a whole, oh yeah, we're taking them from you kind of situation. And I don't know, it doesn't necessarily feel right. But Toys for Bob was the studio I would have said is definitely releasing a game this year, and I think it would have been Spyro 4. I think Spyro 4 is for sure gonna happen this year.
I mean, yeah, we got Crash
4
like
3 years ago, and this is the year of the dragon. Like 2024 is the year of the dragon, and they like they like been teasing it for a while now. I feel like it's for sure happening. But now that Toys for Bob is gone, I can't say them. Blizzard, I don't know. I don't think Blizzard. I mean, Blizzard has Diablo 4 expansion. I think Activision has Call of Duty, but I would like to say they have something else cooking, but I just don't know what. I don't know. There's a lot of possibility. I just can't believe they said 10 games. And they even said more than 10 games. They said specifically more than 10 games in 20. That is just insane. That is just insane. They confirmed they're not going anywhere. Shocker. They confirmed that they are sticking to consoles and that they are focused on the largest technical leap ever seen in a hardware generation for their next Xbox console. Shocker. Who would have thought?
That's hype.
It is.
That's hype. I wonder if it's just gonna be like a floating.
Now there was rumors and like reports that Xbox was aiming to actually get a head start on the next generation. They were actually gonna cut this generation early and kind of like get ahead, kind of how they did with the Xbox 360 compared to PS3. Xbox 360 came out a year before the PS3. They're saying that 2026 will be the year of the next Xbox console.
Really?
I think that could be interesting. It would really depend.
That would cut this year down, this generation down to 6 years.
Yeah, most generations are 7 to 8. Well, yeah, the last one was 7. Xbox One to Series was 7. So if they cut it down to 6, I mean, I don't know.
Wow.
It'd be interesting, but
that'd be weird.
I'm not opposed to it. Just for them kind of to separate themselves from PlayStation a little bit. And then not only that, but it would kind of just set up a really interesting time frame for a lot of things. What would launch titles look like? Because at that point, Elder Scrolls 6 could straight up be a launch title for the next Xbox. And that, I mean, you can't really get a bigger launch title than Elder Scrolls 6. So, I don't know. That would be kind of interesting. But at least it's good to know. Not that anyone's really... Well, not that anyone with common sense is shocked, but that they're not going anywhere. Wow. And then let's see. What else? Yeah, they said that they're still committed to bringing every single Xbox game to Game Pass. Shocker. I don't know why that was ever a conversation that they were stopping day one releases. That is the most stupid conversation I've ever heard in my life. Let's see. Yeah, Phil Spencer confirmed that their plan is to release all Activision Blizzard games into Xbox Game Pass day one. Our intent is the full portfolio of games from ZeniMax, Activision Blizzard, and Xbox Game Studios will be on Game Pass day one. Physical media, that whole thing. Phil Spencer sidestepped various questions about the future of physical media on Xbox, but he did say, we are supportive of physical media, but we don't have a need to drive that disproportionate to customer demand. We ship games physically and digitally, and we're really just following what what the customers are doing. I think our job in running Xbox is to deliver the things that a majority of the customers want. And right now, a majority of our customers are buying games digitally. As much as I don't really want physical media to go, it is kind of facts. I mean, we've been seeing it year after year. Digital media is just growing and growing. Physical media is shrinking and shrinking. I don't know. That answer was kind of just like the obvious kind of answer. Nothing really to take much from it. But yeah, I think that is it. Oh, sorry. I got it confused earlier. I said Sea of Thieves and Pentiment are going to Switch and PS5. No, Grounded and Pentiment are going to PS5 and Switch. Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush are only going to PS5. So there's just a little clarification on that. Yeah, I think that's about it for now. Yeah, I think that's it. But basically, in conclusion, that whole Xbox thing was completely overreacted.
I was telling you, man. That's just the way it was. I just think at that point, if it was anything serious, they would have made an announcement right then and there. They wouldn't have waited as long as they did to get a business podcast thingy. Like, that's, it was literally just everybody blowing everything out of proportion.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense for them to give up consoles or anything like that. Like, it just makes no sense to me, man. Because, like, dude, the idea that they would even do that is just...
Yeah.
Like you said, they were doing the exact opposite from getting rid of consoles. They're trying to make the farthest technical advance in console history, is what you said, right?
Yep.
Yeah, like that's insane.
Me personally, because everyone said, "Oh, this update that they do this next week is going to be the end of Xbox." Going to be now. I think we got more good news than bad news. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I don't really think there really was any bad news. The whole game's going to other consoles is not bad. People need to understand. Awesome. Having exclusives is fun. It's good. Like, I get it. I personally love exclusives myself. Not timed exclusives. Timed exclusives are stupid in my opinion. If your game is just a console exclusive, so be it. You played the game. If it goes to other platforms, so what, dude? More players get to play it. That's not a bad thing in my opinion. So to me, this was just full of good news. Yeah, it's just funny. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of hilarious. But yeah, I think I don't know. Is there anything else we want to talk about this podcast? We'll touch on things we missed next time. But
yeah, I think that's honestly it for me. I think I've talked about everything I wanted to talk about.
There's like a bunch of like individual game things I kind of want to talk about. Like there's just some updates, like some release dates and stuff for games that we got that I want to talk about. But I'll talk about that in a future thing.
I think we talk about that. We could talk about that next week after the your review of your update for final. Like, we'll just do we'll do like an update segment or something next week.
Yeah.
Like, just updates on games.
I think we'll probably go back to the Wednesday. I think
that would be good for me. Yeah. Because next week I'll be not home, so I'll have to record on my laptop.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'll have to get on my laptop and do all that. But yeah, I'll have my mic and everything. So.
Okay. Oh. That was the last. Sorry. Last thing, Xbox wise, they had Xbox had another event, which was their partner preview, which is kind of like their third party like Nintendo Direct kind of thing. They basically just revealed a bunch of smaller games, not smaller, but third party stuff coming to Xbox, including some that are notable. Final Fantasy 14's MMO. They finally gave a release date on that. I think they may have shadow dropped it. I'm not sure.
Weird.
Stalker Original Trilogy.
I actually remember hearing that.
That is pretty cool. I might have to give that one a try. we were talking earlier about like kid games like that we have like kind of like some nostalgia for that was kind of just like we don't get anymore. They're bringing the Monster Jam games back.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, there's a new one of that, Monster Jam Showdown.
Let's go.
Frostpunk 2, which looks pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
Tales of Kenzara Zao, which was that one EA original game at Game Awards that one guy came out and talked about. That's there. Persona 3 remake expansion pass. They also announced that. And just a bunch of other ones that you wouldn't know by name, but like, I don't know. I haven't watched it. It was kind of during that era or that time where I was just not really paying attention to much stuff. And then the last one I want to talk about real quick, just because you know why. It's official. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut is heading to PC on May 16th. So there you go.
I cannot wait to see what mods and stuff people.
Well,
do
here's
for that.
my.
That'll be fun.
Here's what I'm worried about. They haven't had a flawless track record with releasing their PlayStation games on PC. Last was Part 1.
Nope.
Actual garbage. So I really hope this doesn't hurt Ghost of Tsushima in any way. I really hope it's a smooth it's a smooth port. Yeah. I don't know. I just really I'm really hoping for the best, but RIP Akira Toriyama.
Akira Toriyama. Oh my god, yeah.
Legend.
No, I texted Kai as soon as I heard the news, dude. I literally was like, Kai, are you okay? No. Dude, yeah, that's so sad, man, because like I genuinely did get into Dragon Ball late. Like I got into Dragon Ball later than I probably should have, because I really like Dragon Ball a lot.
Yeah.
I got into Dragon Ball, I want to say in high school, like in like junior year. Like it was not remotely early. It was whenever, like, well, it wasn't high school, but whenever it was like Super was airing.
It was like it was low key like right after I got into
Broly.
Low key, like because that was like the only. Yeah. That's like the only anime I've really ever got into. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, because you went and saw
the games.
Super.
I like the games, but like
you went and saw Super Broly with
Kai.
With Kai, which I mean I wish I would have seen with him because that would have been cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like obviously, love. I played the heck out of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and I play fighters with Kai sometimes. We don't do it often, but we used to. But yeah, no, like he just straight up. I mean, I know this isn't video game related, but he's like genuinely the reason why a lot of anime and manga are the way they are now was because if you look at the manga that was airing or like was rolling out whenever Akira Toriyama first dropped Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, dude, the art style was all the same, and then Akira Toriyama, the artist like Akira Toriyama, he just revolutionized. I mean, you had these bulky, not detailed, but like muscular characters. Like it was fantastic.
I mean,
and the anatomy, like, yeah.
Is there a bigger name in the anime scene than Akira Toriyama? Like,
yes, yeah.
Is there?
There is, but there's only
he's honestly the only one I've heard about. Like,
Oda, the guy who made One Piece. He is.
I've never heard of him. Which is wild.
Which is wild. But
Oda what? Oda what? Or is it? Just
I don't know
Oda?
how to. It's I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm not going to try to, just in fear of messing it up. But Oda is second to Akira Toriyama, because if you think about it, Akira Toriyama.
I'm about to say, to me, he
is a name
like
that you know.
Yeah, he
is one of those people. He is one of those people. Like, if you hear him in any form, you're like, okay, so this is Dragon Ball, or like you know that name because it's synonymous with.
I don't pay attention to anime at all, but like I like as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh yeah, no,
and like the fact that he made the idea of having transformations, like like Super Saiyan and all that, like the fact that that's now in almost every single shonen manga you have is there's a transformation of some kind, and like it's so cool, I sadly have never collected Dragon Ball, and I'm actually going to start now, because I collect different I collect manga.
Hey, you
Um,
know what's great is he has a game coming out in April.
yeah, Sparking,
Sandland. It's a yeah, Sandland.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
Sandland, and then there's Sparking Zero.
oh yeah, there's also that. So yeah.
Budokai Tenkaichi 4. Yeah, and then you had him his contribution to the new Dragon Ball anime that's gonna be dropping.
Yep.
Uh, I think it's Dragon Ball Daimo, or Dio, but I mean, yeah, he worked on that, and he had a hand in a bunch of the different like latest movies, and in the Super manga, but that was honestly more passed on to Akira Tori, not Akira Toriyama. Yeah, it's Toriyama. No, Toyotaro. Sorry. Oh my gosh, not Toriyama. Toyotaro, who's drawn the Super manga and been a head designer in a lot of different movies too, along with Akira Toriyama. So yeah, I mean, he'll
R.I.P.
be missed, man.
R.I.P.
It's
Man.
insane. It is insane that he died. Like you don't really think about that, and then I mean,
I mean,
man, kind of changed the
this is
way we
literally
see.
like Stanley two, like part two. I hate it. Like
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you had somebody who has contributed like this much to like the pop culture era of art.
one of the greatest artists of all time. Like
Yeah, I mean, yeah, especially of like of our time, man. Like
literally,
I mean,
if it wasn't for Stan Lee and Akira Toriyama, a lot of what pop culture is today would not exist.
hmm Yeah, because I mean, think about it. There are so many references to like Dragon Ball and the people who got their start. Like obviously our friend Kai, who got his love of art from Dragon Ball. You
Yep.
know, he's a great artist because he would put the paper up to like the his paper up to the TV or something and like trace,
Yep.
Super Saiyan, and then you learn how to draw because of it. Same with like a lot of my YouTubers, like they got their start. A lot of my YouTubers that I watched got their start in Dragon Ball content. Love Dragon Ball. A lot of the artists I follow love Dragon Ball. And there's like so many different people that like in the industry, albeit video games or television or in movies, that are inspired by Dragon Ball. You have Michael B. Jordan.
Mm.
He's a huge Dragon Ball fan.
Mm-hmm.
His Killmonger costume was based on Vegeta's Saiyan outfit. Uh, he literally asked for that. He in Creed 3, some of the shots
Or
are
straight out
direct
Dragon Ball.
recreations straight out of Dragon Ball during the Frieza and Goku fight.
Yep.
Oh, even then, yeah, like one of the most well-known villains of any anime manga is Frieza. I mean,
Oh yeah.
if you
Yeah.
you have Trunks, Frieza, Goku, Vegeta. You have like a bunch of these characters that are. I mean, you don't even have to know
Piccolo.
like
I'd even
Dragon
say
Ball,
he's,
like Piccolo.
iconic.
Yeah, like you don't even have to know like Dragon Ball like that to know those characters, to
Right.
know Super Saiyan, albeit the most like well-known move ever, Kamehameha. I mean, like
Yeah.
the idea, that this character, like that these characters come from Akira Toriyama, and the fact that he inspired a
Look,
lot of
I'm
the
gonna
people
say.
that we watch today.
Look, I'm gonna say it,
Amazing.
and I'm gonna clarify. I'm not talking quality or like story or anything. I'm talking pure like iconicness and like the impact that it had on the industry. I personally think Dragon Ball's the GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, like okay.
Like Dragon Ball
there's
is
a
like
reason
the
why.
John Cena of anime. Like when I'm sorry, when you think anime, to me Dragon Ball is like one of the first ones that pop in your head.
It's the first one.
Yeah.
It's the first one.
Because
like,
it's just
if
that
you
iconic.
if you ask somebody, like if you just go onto a street and somebody like be like, name an anime, Dragon Ball is probably going to be one of the first ones that come out of their mouth. There are four options really. That's Dragon Ball and then the big three. The big three, the big three are the biggest.
Dragon Ball's in the
set of three
big three,
mangas. No, it is not.
Really?
It is Dragon Ball, or not Dragon Ball. It's Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. The big three is a term given
Bleach.
to a it's a term given to the select three manga that were highest grossing in Shonen Jump and all running at the same time. Dragon Ball ended before Bleach, One Piece, or Naruto even started. Dragon Ball was before like 80s. One Piece didn't
Dragon
start
Ball
till
was like,
1990. Well, One Piece didn't start till
I mean,
1996
yeah.
or 7. One Naruto was 2020 or not 2020, like 2000. It was like late 90s, early 2000s. Same with Bleach. The big three is just a. It's not that they're the biggest, like the big three, of all
Yeah.
time. It's they are. It is a title given to those three because it was an era in Shonen Jump that was completely dominated by those three mangas.
I mean,
Because
I completely agree with like Naruto and One Piece being like runner ups for like if you ask somebody name an anime, those would be never. It's definitely
you'd be
Dragon Ball number
surprised,
one,
dude.
but like
Bleach
I don't know.
Bleach is up there though, because I mean, obviously you have Kai who loves Dragon Ball, but
Yeah,
he
I
is a
love
massive
Bleach.
Bleach fan.
I mean, yeah, no, I don't. No, I don't love Bleach. Like I know Bleach, but like I didn't expect that to be one of the answers.
Yeah, you don't think about it, but like Bleach is a really good. I mean, if you ever really want to get into it, like Bleach is a really good.
Like
one,
it's
too.
either
Like I really like Bleach.
like it's either those like legendary ones or it's like ones that are currently like really high,
Which are called new gen.
Yeah,
The
which
new
is like
gen manga.
Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, like stuff like that.
I love Jujutsu Kaisen, man. I have up to volume 13
JoJo,
right now.
I would say JoJo
JoJo's
would
is
be one that
awesome.
pop
I love
into
JoJo's,
people's
yeah.
head for sure.
But JoJo's is such a niche one in a way because you a lot of people know about it, but a lot of people only know like the memes and everything. They don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
like people know that stuff, but people don't know. People don't know
like
JoJo's
story.
like they know
Like
Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Like they know the Kamehameha, the Spirit Bomb.
In my opinion, Dragon Ball is just
Senko.
the GOAT of anime. I just
Yeah.
it's really hard not to see it as the GOAT.
You will feel Kira Toriyama's presence in everything, like anime, even not even anime related, for maybe a century to come, but maybe decades to come. Like it is
Forever.
It is
Like
forever. Yeah, I mean, people who are alive now,
it's timeless.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, it's very sad that he had to go, but I'm so glad that we were given one of the best series of all time. Is it Shakespeare? No, but it was damn good.
It was Picasso.
And it left us. It left. He left some pretty good work behind. So I'm
Amen.
I'm hoping that they add some tributes to his next couple games, like the next couple games, like Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 4 Sparking Zero, and then obviously Sandland, which any of the Dragon Quests.
I mean, you already.
I think that's it. I think that's
Dragon Quest.
I think it's also Akira Toriyama.
No shot. Really?
No, it's like the same art style.
There's no.
If I'm wrong,
hang on. Are you saying he's like the creator?
Give me a second.
Because I know for sure he's not the creator. Wait! Oh my gosh, he is. Wait a minute. No, he's not. No, he's not. Wait. Okay, Yuji Horii is the creator of Dragon Quest, but it does say
the artist. The artist is Akira Toriyama.
Okay, so you're right. Okay, wow, never knew that. That's
wow. He gave life to a lot of different. He gave life to a lot of different things. Man.
Wow, that is so interesting. I never knew that.
Yeah. No, it's Yeah, no, he was in Dragon Ball.
I did always think that one hero from Dragon Quest looked like Trunks hardcore.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay,
yeah,
well that's
no, I mean there's
pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I
R.I.P.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's crazy. Actually, sorry, I'm like my exposure is gonna be horrible right now, but Akira Toriyama, Sandland was actually a manga.
Yeah. Yep.
I did not know that. I thought it was an original IP or something. No, that's interesting. But yeah, no, like his. I mean, if anybody here who like reads manga or watches anime, there are a lot of the authors, the mangakas that are inspired by Akira Toriyama. Erichi Oda. I think it's Oda. Oda. He is inspired. Like Akira Toriyama was his like sensei. And one of his message to Akira Toriyama was, he hopes that heaven is as pleasant as Akira as he like drew it, because heaven was like a very pleasant place in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
It's
have
just
people who, yeah,
clouds.
the mangakas, yeah, the mangaka of Bleach, a bunch of these different mangas that like did look up to him because he was like a monarch in the production stuff. Like it's insane. And his presence will be missed.
Yeah, for sure.
He was an artist, man.
Well, that's gonna do it for this week's podcast and the return podcast, I guess. Expect a lot of videos coming out this week. Gonna catch up on all the reviews, all the different things. Then we should be back to normal by the time the 3 big games come out next weekend. We're all gonna be suffering then, trying to keep up with all that crap. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, definitely leave a comment section down below provided, and please subscribe. We'll see y'all next week. Got another banger coming out next week, hopefully. We'll see if any kind of big news drops. I'm sure it will, but we'll cover some stuff we missed as well back then. Because I even then, just going through Twitter, I saw some things that we missed that we'll talk about next week.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, we'll catch up on them.
Anyway, that's gonna do it. Anything else to add, Christian?
No, I think that's it.
Alrighty, let's do it. We'll do what? I don't know what we're doing. A little rusty there, buddy. Thank y'all so much for watching. We'll see you next one. G.A.M.E.R out. Peace.